Let's transition to the Broncos a little bit more, though. And by the way, Derek Carr's not draftable. Pretty obvious.
No.
Pretty obvious.
Yeah, totally agree.
He's going to be on the waiver wire all year.
The Broncos quarterback situation, we don't even know who's going to be starting. I'm hearing Drew Lock is winning the job, which caught me off guard a little. I think they wanted to motivate him. That's why they brought Teddy in. They wanted to push him and see if they could get one last, hurrah from him, see if he's got something. They like him for some reason.
I like Lock a little bit.
I do too. He's got swag. He's got a nice arm. He's just inconsistent.
Yeah,
that's his problem.
He's a gamer, but he can't. Guys, he don't do it for me. He's done. He's not a starting quarterback. He's a good backup.
Well, he's got weapons this year with Jerry Jeudy.
Weapons.
I like
Hamler
Jeudy
and
this
Sutton
year.
coming back.
Yeah, I like Jeudy this year.
All of a sudden,
I like Jeudy late round.
I like Jeudy. I think they have 4 good wide receivers.
They do. I mean,
And Noah
KJ
Fant.
Hamler is probably a spot start kind of guy if he can stay on the field.
And Noah Fant, I'm actually a big fan of too.
Noah Fant?
Yeah, I like him a lot. I always call him Noah Fant. I don't know why.
Him.
I know. He was a beast.
I love him.
He is a beast. I'm sorry.
I think that they didn't go to him enough, if anything, but he was fighting an ankle injury the whole year. Probably should have just gotten surgery. So that was an issue. And Jerry Jeudy was hurt too. So, yeah, I mean, Cortland Sutton was hurt. Torn ACL. I think he's probably going to get overdrafted this year. I love him as a player. I just think that you got to give him some time to get back in the swing, and also I just don't trust the quarterback situation.
So where do you see Denver? I see them at 8 and 9.
8 feels generous for me. Like I don't like the quarterback room. I don't.
I think if they won 8 games, that would be like a pretty successful season.
It would be a hell of a season. I think the defense will experience they were already a pretty good defense. Like they were just a quarterback away from being a pretty solid team, like playoff ready. They're kind of like where the 49ers were when Jimmy G went down. Oh, you just need a quarterback and everyone returned to health. They're like kind of same thing. They have a playoff ready defense, and you're getting Von Miller back.
Yeah, I hope Drew Lock does have a good year though. I'm really rooting for him because I do like him.
I would have liked to see Aaron Rodgers go there when we were talking about that. I thought it was a great fit.
Patrick Surtain looks like he's going to be a top-notch corner in this league.
Thank God he didn't
that
go
pick
to
6
Dallas,
was
dude.
nasty.
Love him, and I mean
nasty. That was like a veteran instinct right there.
And they got Simmons at safety. He's a stud. He doesn't get talked about at all.
Must be the name.
Must be. I should have just called him by his first.
See, it's just tough to play Denver in Denver. You know what I mean? So I feel like they have actual real home field advantage.
You got Bradley Chubb. Bradley Chubb had a pretty good year last year without Von Miller.
Right.
I mean, they got pieces there.
I see them 500.
Yeah, I can see it. I just think the quarterback's going to hold him back.
Unless he shocks the world.
Yeah. And he could. And he could because he's got all these weapons.
I know.
He's got a plethora of weapons.
Guys. Yo,
I don't know.
Low key though. Here, say what you were gonna say.
I see Jerry Jeudy having a pretty nice year.
I know. I really like him.
I like his speed a lot. I think
separation is key.
Absolutely.
He knows how to run a route, guys.
Yeah.
He kind of reminds me of. He has the same trajectory as Calvin Ridley. First year, little iffy, but once they figure it out, the key of the game as a wide receiver is separation. And if you know how to do it, you know how to do it. Period. That's the reason why people believe in Devontae Smith. They're worried, oh, he's going to get jammed at the line. Well, what are you going to do if you can't touch him? Because that's the thing. He's got the moves. He's got the quick feet. Quick feet, eat. Chad Johnson.
Let me ask you, Mike.
Yeah?
Do you think Drew Lock starts all year?
No.
I mean, yeah, I do. Because I don't.
He'll get hurt.
Unless he's really, really bad. But if he's middle of the pack, I don't see them benching him for Teddy Bridgewater because I don't think that Bridgewater can't push the ball down the field. And Drew Lock threw that 75-yard bomb to KJ Hamler and dropped it right in a bucket.
It was beautiful.
So I mean, you see plays like that, and it looks like okay, if he could just, I know it's a lot easier said than done, but if he could just do things like that once a game, it would be.
He'll keep his job.
Yeah, it could unlock them.
Well, low key though, I think another reason besides just pushing Drew Lock, I think they brought in Teddy because they can remain competitive there, and maybe shoot for that second wild card because of the things we said. They have pieces, but they just don't have a quarterback. And the offensive line is middle of the pack. They're not terrible. But I'll say this, though. I want to point out one fantasy situation that is interesting to me because Melvin Gordon's a volume guy, and he's probably an underrated running back in general for the length of his career. He's probably on a downswing now. He gets a lot of touches. He gets hurt. He gets the goal line carries. He's taking hits. He'll still be a draftable kind of guy, like, probably 3rd, 4th round most leagues. But keep an eye on Javonte Williams, the rookie. I'm going to throw that out there because if Gordon does miss time, I actually think they're going to probably get a pretty even timeshare as the season goes on. So keep an eye on Williams.
As long as he doesn't turn into Royce Freeman 2.0.
I was just going to say that. I am not buying these Denver Broncos running backs. I drafted Royce Freeman, Royce the 5'9", and he was fucking trash, man. He was garbage. I came in last place in that year.
Yo, the only relevance he had,
Nick Rompacillo.
He was fucking garbage. I don't want nothing to do with these Denver running backs. I'm cool on that.
The only relevance that guy had last year was because he was going to possibly be the emergency quarterback when they had the COVID shit in the room. Like, what a waste. I thought he would be half decent.
Oh, my God.
But he was getting, oh, my God, he got drafted so high.
I'm cool.
Crazy. Crazy. Phillip Lindsay, man, I'm surprised they didn't bring him back. He was good for them. He's a local boy. Kind of weird, man. Kind of weird. And he went to the Texans. So that's like the pits of hell in the NFL now.
Well, James commented, Noah Fant would be a crazy stud if they had a quarterback.
Amen.
I think he's a stud already. I think he's put up pretty good numbers even without a quote-unquote quarterback. So I think he's a top fantasy option as well for tight end. I could see him top 10.
Well, you know what? Back end, like, listen, like, I was
he was ninth last year with no quarterback.
Him super late. Like, I was able to get him as in some leagues, I had deeper benches, and I would get him as my second tight end. And I was like, because I was thinking the upside is just massive and stay on the field and just get thrown the ball. And I really did think he was going to take off. I think the ankle was an issue last year. I really do. He was playing through something he should have gotten operated on. So he should be top 10 for me, guys. Like, he's going to be in my top 10 when we go through those rankings. And I'm thinking that's going to probably be on our Wednesday night show, the live stream on Wednesday this week. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But that's probably where we're going. We're going to do top 10 tight ends next show. So we'll talk about that a little more. Other than that, this is another point. I see, I'm going to point out one more thing. James Provito. Imagine if Denver had a good QB. What a shame. That's what we're saying, James.
Rodgers.
They got everything there.
Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. I mean, look, it worked for Peyton. It worked.
Crazy. They got weapons, man.
It'd be funny if they did that, too.
You're bailing out John Elway again.
Yeah.
Because he builds a great roster except a quarterback. You would think he would know by now how to draft a quarterback.
Although he got Brock Osweiler a lot of money. He went to the hellhole, though. The Texans. They're an embarrassment.
Let me tell you one thing. Brock Osweiler was trash.
Oh, no, yeah. I know. I'm just saying. John Elway got
but I know.
paid.
I'm just like, oh.
That's because teams actually had film on him, and then that was it.
I just don't think he was ever good.
Didn't he lose his job to Tom Savage?
Yeah.
Or like TJ Yates or something like that?
Yeah. One of those two.
Yeah,
or
one
both.
Of those yeah.
All the above.
Tom
Fucking
Savage.
Waste, dude.
What a name, though.
Listen,
Tom Savage.
If I was
that's
6'8",
a fire-ass name.
I know
God.
a Tom that's a savage.
So, other than that, guys, I think I'm comfortable. Moving on, I think that this division's pretty clear-cut. Yeah. Sound good? You got any extra comments?
No.
I don't see any comments coming in from